1920, the change in the Indian Act required all First Nations children of ages from 7 to 15 to go to school. These schools, called residential schools, were used as a tool of the government for the assimilation of the Aboriginals. Their main objective was to civilize the children so they can fit into Canadian society. Aboriginal children were forced to abandon their first language, culture, and spirituality, and to learn English and Christian religious values. They were separated from their families and were put into dormitories, and were even forced to do housework or manual labor to reduce the school's operating costs. By the 1930s, over 80 residential schools were operating across Canada, with 150,000 Aboriginal students attending.
I miss my old life. Mommy, you got a letter.
Dear parents and guardians, we expect all First Nations children
Queen Elizabeth I was the Queen Regent of England and Ireland from November 1558 to her death. She was called the Virgin Queen, Gloriana, and Good Queen Bess. She was the fifth and last monarch of the Tudor dynasty.
I want to learn about my own history.
I know, I can't learn this. This is our country.
So this is why I'm asking you guys to leave your lower class races and join the Aryan white race. Go Queen Elizabeth!
In 2001, the Canadian government began negotiations with the Anglican, Catholic, United, and Presbyterian churches to design a compensation plan. The details of the Indian Residential Schools Settlement Agreement include an initial payout for each person who attended a residential school of $10,000 and $3,000 for every year they spent at a residential school. In September of 2007, a compensation deal for former residential school students came into effect. The agreement provided nearly $2 billion to the former students. Even though they have been compensated in money, the hundreds of kids who are physically, sexually, and emotionally abused will never truly feel whole again.